Instead, it's a real-life threat that many don't consider when going on these adventures. A small group of explorers enter what they assume to be an abandoned building. They looked around for a while, inspecting the location and the items inside. At one point in the video, yelling can be heard in the distance as two men walk up.
Hey! Stop! What? You want to get hit? No. What the f are you doing in here? This is trespassing. Can we help you? Huh? No, this is not abandoned. Oh. Do you see the fences? Do you see the property structures around?
We came into the side, so we didn't see anything.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be coming through at all, right?
Alright.
Alright, let's walk out. Go.
The group explains that they thought the location was abandoned, to which they are told it apparently isn't. The two men basically block the group from leaving as they interrogate and intimidate them while holding what appears to be large sticks or metal pipes. Finally, the two men tell the group to leave and never come back. The strange part about this is that the building had no electricity, no signs to imply that it was private property or in function, and the group that approached them refused to explain who they were or what the building was. Additionally, the men didn't appear to be homeless or serving the role of security. They just looked like a pair of average men that were in the building for no reason. Number 14. Ice Climber Survival.
Whoa.
While climbing the icy terrain of Parsley Fern Left-Hand Gully in February 2013, Mark Roberts faced a fall that some people can't even fathom. From hundreds of feet above the ground, Mark is knocked off the mountain by a falling mass of ice. As a result, he plummets to the ground, his GoPro documenting every second of the drop. When the video begins, you can literally see the chunk of ice hurling towards Mark. Likely unaware of how high the block was coming from, he puts his arms up to protect his head, loses his balance and falls. At first, he is airborne, but fortunately, begins to slide along the mountain instead of falling straight down. Mark walked away from the mountain with only minor scratches, thankfully. The video provides those that have never climbed an ice-covered mountain with a first-person example of what it's like and what can go wrong. Number 13. Underground Exploration. This particular video was uploaded by Street Zips in 2015 and explores an underground tunnel system that allegedly leads to hell. The 17 minutes of footage exposed damp tunnels, dark heights, and twisting turns. It's unclear why this underground system apparently leads to hell or exactly what the system is for. It certainly gives an unsettling and unique adventure to the audience though. If you don't like small spaces, this content will certainly bother you. Number 12. Haunted House Exploration.
Hello? Hello, there's a... Oh my god, it's a dead body.
When it comes to exploration footage, the more unsettling the better. This video shows a tour of an allegedly haunted house that has been abandoned. For the most part, the footage is just unsettling because of the location. However, around the 5 minutes 53 second mark, a figure can apparently be seen by a door as the team enters the room. It is completely up to the viewer to decide what is seen in the clip, but the footage is still unique and entertaining in itself. Number 11. Great White. This video was posted to the GoPro YouTube channel as part of their awards category, and it shows rare footage of a great white shark while diving and possibly hunting in the deep sea off the coast of South Africa. Johan Pogrieter came face to face with the underwater beast. Great whites weigh between 1,500 and 2,400 pounds, can be up to 21 feet long, and swim at a maximum of 25 miles per hour. So aside from the sheer wonder of stumbling upon this underwater predator, there's also a slim threat posed to a human that comes in contact with them. While this brave diver does come close to the great white, he isn't attacked and leaves the water unharmed. This video does give marvelous footage and cinematic shots of the sea creature though, footage that might cause some to look away or even squirm. Number 10. Unknown creature. This video, which surprisingly only has around 80 views, allegedly shows proof of a mysterious dog-monkey hybrid. Posted by Bexon Production, an amateur cyclist was filming a bike ride with his GoPro. On a small path near his home, things are normal at first as he travels down the narrow path. Eventually, he crosses a bridge and travels the path between two cement walls. Just as he approaches this point, an animal jumps down from a tree and is nearly struck by the bike. In the description, the cyclist explains that he saw the creature in the tree before it jumped down, so he was able to avoid directly hitting it. A strange noise, similar to a croaking frog, is heard when the animal hits the ground. It's unclear if the animal made this noise, or if it was a result of the bike swerving though. When the footage is slowed down, the animal does resemble a monkey, but it seems too large, gray, and almost hairless. Number 9. Motorcycle fall.
Happens in a heartbeat. Keep your eyes on this motorcyclist who goes full speed over a cliff. In slow motion, you can see he actually slams into the top of a tree.
Officially uploaded by Inside Edition in 2017, the short footage shows a motorcycle rider falling off a cliff. The rider wearing the GoPro was a few feet behind two fellow riders and friends as they traveled quickly down a highway strip. The two-lane road, which seems to wrap around a mountain, shows the rider going too fast around a curve in the road, unable to slow down in time or effectively shift his direction. He ultimately shoots straight forward and flies over the road railing. After flying off the road, the remaining riders stop and immediately head down to search for their friend. Thankfully, they found the rider lying in a bush.
Willie!
What David found was a miracle. Willie was alive.
Just don't move, okay?
He was conscious but stunned.
My back tire like slipped, and then it made me slide forward, and then I couldn't control the bike.
David stayed by his friend, who explained that his tire slipped until help arrived. He was thankfully conscious, and though he was shaken up, was overall coherent. Number 8. Zipline fall. With a GoPro adorning his helmet, this zipper is wearing all necessary safety equipment and is seated on a small wooden set that accompanies the zip line. His original speed isn't included in the clip, but he eventually comes across a serious obstacle. In the middle of the line, there seems to be a large knot or fray in the cable that makes it impossible for the zipper's carabiner to pass over the lump. After several moments of struggle, the zipper decides that his best bet is to detach himself from the system and plummet to the ground. Luckily, he has a parachute to save him on the way down. Still, the overall struggle possible malfunctions, and sheer height presented makes for thrilling yet unsettling footage. Number 7. Inside footage.
Isn't it? I think. Whoa, bro.
In this video, uploaded by Mr. Ben Brown in March 2016, several GoPro cameras are fastened in the car. 4 friends fill the car with Ben Brown in the passenger seat. While driving through an intersection, the car is unexpectedly struck from the passenger side. The vehicle jolts to the left, several airbags deploy, and the group is stunned.
Oh my god. I can't Holy Are you guys alright? Is everyone okay?
This perspective is rarely, if ever, caught from the inside of a car and provides immediate reactions as well as the few seconds before the hit, in which the driver attempts to swerve out of the way. Additional dashcam footage that was later obtained from a car behind the incident shows the outside view of what happened. No one was hurt, and neither vehicle was badly damaged. Number 6. Train surfing. While no one should attempt it, some consider themselves professionals. This video was filmed in Vienna, Austria by Sky Joker. It begins with Sky Joker grabbing onto the back of a stopped train and tracks his high-speed travel, passing several stations and scenic routes. The video was likely cut down to make for a more viewable upload, but it's clear that Sky was on the back of the train for a lengthy amount of time. At various stops, Sky jumps off the train and either gets back on before it continues, or gets onto other trains. The 22-year-old thrill seeker warns that no one should try this, as it is very risky. Number 5. Bear chase. An anonymous bike rider was traveling down a path alone as his GoPro documented his travel. Just after taking off on the path, the rider spots a large brown bear to his right. The animal begins to charge towards him from a bundle of trees. As the rider picks up speed, the bear starts to chase him from behind. Several shots, thanks to the rider glancing back, shows the massive creature coming towards him. It's clear that this person is panicked as he breathes heavily and tries to outrun the predator. Eventually, the cyclist comes across a large branch in the middle of the trail, and he seems as though he abandons his bike and starts to run away on foot. After a moment, he comes to a stop and hides in a wooded area. The bear is not spotted again, and the frazzled human continues to exit the forest. Number 4. Jellyfish encounter. Jellyfish, commonly referred to as jellies, come in a wide variety of species. Some are lethal, some are harmless, and some can hurt you but not do extensive damage. This video was captured underwater with the help of a GoPro and shares a swimmer's encounter with a Rhizostoma pomo jelly. In this video, the swimmer skillfully avoids the tentacles of the jelly and thus avoids a sting. The footage is still one of a kind.